Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm left. Da, da, da. Yeah, happy Monday. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know, but I'm in a good mood. Da, da, da. Way to start the live stream out with a nice little dance. You're welcome. Hey, it's Brittany. Happy Monday. I hope it wasn't a bad Monday. Hope it was a good one. Yes. So excited. Live streams are quickly becoming one of my favorite things to do. Still my third one, so still relatively new, but loving it every week. I actually really look forward to Mondays because of the live streams. But yeah, super excited. I'm going to talk about some Disney tips, specifically Disney World tips for like wow, I can't talk on Mondays. Tips and tricks in the parks. When I help friends or family members when they're making their trip plans, I'll tell you some of the things that I tell them in this live stream. We're gonna chat about whatever we chat about. Maybe we'll have people send in some questions like last week. Maybe we won't. That's okay with me. I have this little light and I feel like it's gonna die because I didn't really charge it. If throw it to show you guys. It's the cute little like Mickey ring light thingy that I got off of Amazon. Oh, I was whacking myself in the headphones. No, I got off of Amazon. I think it was only like $15. I think I have it linked in like I'm like an Amazon affiliate link person. I don't know. I did it. But if you go on my Instagram, which is the same handle as my YouTube channel, I think I have this. Pretty sure I have this on my affiliate thing for Amazon. But yeah, it was Amazon. I actually got this before we moved down here, but I think it's dying. I didn't charge it. It's pretty nice though. Like it makes a difference. Here, I'll show you guys. Okay, this is without it. First setting, second setting, third setting. Okay, it's literally dying. It does make a difference. Yeah, it's dying. But yeah, I have that today from over here as my light source. I have like a giant like actual industrial like actual light. If you, I don't think I've said this yet, but like I'm a videographer by trade, so I know how to I know how to properly light things. By no means is this a set. It's literally my office, but I should. Like I said, we just set up my office. And I know I have it. I think it's in the closet, and I just have not said I should put it like right here, so it just comes down. But no, I don't feel like doing that. So I literally have like a lamp just straight up and down with like the bedroom light, and then that little Mickey light, which is it's dying. It's slowly dying. It's fine. But that's my little setup in here. Nothing fancy. But I should actually set up a light. But I don't know. It's fine for now. But no, I've said this before, but these videos on this channel are like my fun videos. Making videos for me has just always been fun. I started my video production life in high school, actually. I remember sitting down with my dad at the dinner table and picking my like high school class electives. And my high school had just got a brand new building built called the S Building. I don't know why it's called the S Building. But that's what it was called. And we were just sitting down, and my dad's like, well, what are you interested in? Because if you did something 3 years in a row, you would get like a path cord. I don't know if that's a thing here. It was a thing in Washington State, in my hometown where I grew up. But it looked good for your college applications. So my dad was like, well, is there something you're interested in doing? And it was dumb because it was like, as long as it was in the same, like, it was like arts and science. It was in like math and arithmetic. There was like a couple categories. So as long as I stayed within the category, I could get an honor cord for graduation, which is literally just like this little colored rope that you just wear around your neck at graduation in high school. I don't know. I got a green one because I ended up doing video productions, and apparently green is the color of creative. I don't know, but no, we were sitting down and I was like, no, that would be super cool. Video production sounds really fun. So I did it all 3 years of high school, which where I grew up, high school was 10th, 11th, 12th grade. But yeah, so we had a full on green screen, like a literal wall that was a green screen, painted green and everything. I actually helped paint it green my second year. But we had a full on studio set for like the morning news, like the announcements. So first year you didn't really go into the studio part because you were learning the basics. But we had, yeah, I was very lucky to have what I had growing up. It was really cool. But my teacher was really cool. I was the only girl in the class for 2 out of the 3 years, which it wasn't shocking for me. Um, but my teacher really protected me, like his like daughter, and that sounds super weird sometimes, but it's really not. Like I was just passionate about it from the beginning and he could see that and he wanted to cultivate it in me. Um and he ended up getting cancer my junior year and his son ended up coming in to teach us. And he was really cool. So I like got to know his like whole family throughout my years of high school. But yeah, he was really cool. And then second year I was the news anchor for our school's like TV news channel, um, which everybody made fun of me for because yeah, that's what you do. But we made these like stupid little outros to like popular songs at the time, and we only had up to a minute, and it was like our way of like doing funny things at the end of like the announcements, which were boring. And I think only like not even half the school watched until we started doing the outros, and it was hilarious. People really liked them. Uh, but yeah, I made a fool of myself every day. It was great, but it was really fun to get to learn. I don't know. That's when I learned how to edit on. I learned both Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro. I prefer Premiere Pro, which is what I edit on now, which is an Adobe Premiere Pro. If you're wondering, um, people ask me if when they're getting started filming, um, what software to use. I mean, I say like learning something like a Premiere or a Final Cut is fantastic. Um, but you can get away with a lot on like iMovie. I hate iMovie simply because I know the actual softwares. But I don't know, if you're just starting out, iMovie is great. There's also some like really good apps. If you're editing on like an iPad, uh, I can't remember them right now. I'll have to remember them. But there's stuff that you can research. There's obviously plenty of YouTube videos about like everything out there. But no, I really enjoy video editing. And of course, editing my Disney vlogs aren't hard. I usually it takes me like 10 minutes to edit them, cut it together. Um, but it's really fun for me to just go and shoot something that I want to shoot, if that makes sense. A lot of times, like I get um, like an idea or a script or an outline from somebody who I'm shooting for. And I kind of have to, of course, I'm creative with it, but I have to kind of follow suit with what the person's asking for, which is the point. But my Disney videos is it's like I kind of just get to have some fun, be in front of the camera for once, because yeah, which is interesting. But no, I love what I get to do in general. And then this is a great side hustle hobby. Someone called it. We called it last week. Um, but no, it's just a really fun outlet I get to have, and I love talking to all of you guys. Um, but no, it's been really fun so far. I say that every week. I'm like, it's been so much fun, but it has been fun. And again, if it stops being fun, then I'll probably stop. But I don't know. I'm in my like video world, and Disney and videos colliding. It's like that's me. That's me. But yeah. Video tips, not video tips. Oh, I did have, if you watched my latest video, we were at Flower and Garden. Sorry, hold on. Ooh. I got the hiccups. We were at Flower and Garden, and a lady stopped us and was like, "Oh, what camera do you use?" And we were like, "Oh, yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I've seen people with that all around the park." And I was wondering, like, if you like it. And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I use the DJI Osmo Pocket 2. I can show you. It's actually charging right next to me. It's this little guy. It is teeny tiny. It's actually technically here. Let me unplug it. Oh, you can technically have it smaller. So like this, I have the microphone piece to it. I have the first generation of this as well, but this technically is not what comes with the camera. So usually this guy is like literally this small. Like I don't know if you can tell how small this really is, but it's tiny. I actually prefer it with this little attachment, and of course, it's nice to have a microphone. And it comes with this like little stand that I can kick out, and like a little tripod, which is really cool. I need to use it more often because I feel like I'm like constantly trying to eat something, and I'm like doing this like to try to like record with my left hand, even though I have the wrist strap on my right hand, but I'm right-handed. So then I'm trying to eat, and it's a mess sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, people are probably laughing at me, but it's fine. But no, it's not well, the settings we have on it, not the best in low light, but to me, I really like the stabilization because it's a little gimbal. Like I could turn it on for you guys. Potentially. There it goes. It's like a little gimbal. So like it moves. Here, let me flip it. Do you see how like nicely that moved? But like it moves with me. That's what a gimbal is if you don't know. But like this is the literal tiniest gimbal I think I've ever seen in my entire life. So basically it just means it's going to be like a smoother video. And of course, I video while I'm walking, while I'm on rides. It's definitely been a learning curve with it because I swear like I have to with this camera, you like point it and then it follows because of the gimbal. So sometimes I'll be filming. I see it all the time when I'm editing. I'm like, dang it, I need to like give myself more time to like pan up because I'll be like talking about a shirt and I'll like pan up on like the wall of like a shop at Disney and I'm saying something. And then by the time I finished saying what I'm saying, the camera didn't have time to pan up before I moved on. Cause like if I film in the Emporium, it's just packed. So like I'm constantly just like moving around as fast as I can to try to show stuff off before somebody wants to step in front of me, which I'm totally fine with because like I'm just filming and I try really hard not to disturb people. But yeah, I'm always gonna get in somebody's way. I think everybody gets in everybody's way at Disney. But I really do try to like stay out of the way of guests. Like especially if you saw this is just so weird. If you saw my last video, um, I was trying to get the pass holder merch filmed and people like this one this one person like literally I could audibly because I was talking to the camera like I'm not louder than I would be talking to anybody else. But you can tell when someone's filming. But like my camera's so small, so I try to stay pretty discreet. But this people, I was like, oh, I mean, you could probably hear it in the video. I was like, oh, okay, I'll move on. Like someone's looking at this merch. Totally fine. Um, I want to let people look, obviously. Moved on, showed the rest of the merch in the Odyssey building, and then was coming back around to show off because literally there was nobody there, like absolutely nobody around the pass holder section of the merch. Then there was these few people standing behind me, and I didn't pay attention if they were like getting upset with me or whatsoever. But again, I try to stay out of people's way when I film. But I would literally audibly said to the camera, which you can go back and look. I said, "Oh, no one's at the pass holder merch. I'm gonna go film it real quick for you guys." So I go to walk and I hear behind me like, "Oh, she's going to the pass holder merch," and they like just got in the way. Let's just put it that way. Um, and I didn't know if they were talking about me, but it was just such a weird timing, which it probably was just me being. I really do try to stay aware of the people around me, so I'm not in their way when I'm filming. Um, but people just like people are people. They probably hate you. You know what? Noland, probably. You're probably not wrong. Um, you can't win everybody. But no, it's yeah. So and I have like the teeny tiniest camera in the world when I'm there. So I'm just like, I don't know. I give up. I've tried a lot of things. Because I've seen people who vlog that like just don't care. And maybe I should stop caring, but like, I don't know. I just I don't know. People are people. But no, I love my Osmo Pocket. But yeah, someone stopped and asked about it, and I was like, "That's cool. Yeah, this is a great little camera. You should stop carrying you all the time." I know, I know. Um, I don't know. I never want to be that annoying vlogger, but then there are people who just think we're annoying. So, like you said, I should just stop caring. No, I just want being a previous cast member. I just always think about keeping the magic and like letting people experience the magic. But it's just me. But no, probably one of the biggest tips I give to people going to Disney, um, ask questions to cast members. Obviously do it nicely or as nice as you can, but Sam, when are you taking me? Girl, I don't know. Whenever we want, whenever you want. Um, no, but ask questions. I mean, I've gotten things for free just by asking questions and being nice to cast members. As a previous cast member, you guys, when she takes me, I'm here. You're not. I'm here. So we did just give up our guest room for my office, but we still have the guest bed and everything. So it's still a thing. We have plenty of space if you guys, or I can meet you somewhere, whatever you guys want. Um, No, but I always say ask questions to cast members, obviously kindly. But like I've gotten front row seats at the fireworks show because of it, and like the little VIP section because we just talked to cast members. Um, like when you're trying to sit on at a parade route, ask them if you're not trying to wait for 2 hours for a parade. You're bunking with Chewy. Chewy would probably love that. He would happily bunk with you. Um, but like ask the little questions because like especially Disney World, it is huge. And you might have all well intentions to do XYZ on your trip and then just not be able to do it. Um, that and it sounds super stupid, but like a great way to save money is um, bringing in your own water. This is something I started doing recently, which sounds really stupid, but I don't stay very long when I go. But I mean, it's hot. But like, also, if you don't have a water bottle, um, going to any quick serve location and just asking for a cup of water. Like, they'll just give you little red cup Disney cups of water for free. Um, every meal I ask for that, even if I have a water bottle or not, because then I can just put the cold water into my water bottle. But no, people always buy the Dasani waters, which is totally fine. Like I've bought in a Dasani once or twice too. Um, but man, it's like what $6-7 for a water bottle, I think, like a Dasani water, which is crazy. Maybe I'm over no, it's pretty expensive. Like it's just but it's pricey for water. Like and it's Florida, so like you need it. But they have water bottle fill up stations throughout all of the parks, which is really cool. They're adding more, like the Tron section, they just put one in, which is great because Magic Kingdom needs more water bottle fill up stations. Um, but yeah, I was just yeah, the water thing, it seems so simple, but it's something that could totally save a lot of money, especially if you have a large family. You're already spending so much money on food and such when you're at the park. So just ask for cups of water. Ask for cups of water. It's great. It's fantastic. And I think they literally have to give it to you, but if not, like they do give it to you because they do not want people to be dehydrated there. Um, but that's a really big tip that I give a lot of people. Um, let's see, what else? I should have written this down. I did not. I never do. I never come prepared to these. Y'all know it's fine. I said, oh, rope dropping. People ask if it's worth it or not. Yes. Either rope dropping or staying till like the end of the night. A lot of families will go home with like little kids or they'll go back to their hotels. There's also, like, right around park hop time, which right now it's 2 o'clock. Um, the park, if you're in your original park that you got your reservation for, sometimes around 2 o'clock, right when you can park hop, there might be a dip in times because people will be leaving and people haven't, like, park hopped yet because it's just now 2 o'clock. Um, like when I was at Magic trying to go to Enchanted Tales with Belle right before, it was around 12:30, I think I was trying, and it was like an 80-minute wait. And then I went and had lunch, which didn't even take long. But I think at like 1:30, maybe it was about an hour because I mobile ordered it. It took a hot minute to get my food. Um, I got the line was like 30 minutes long or whatever. It was like half the time. Because I think after lunch, a lot of people leave to maybe have their kids take a nap and or they go to park hop. So if you can just hop in a line before the 2 o'clock park hop rush comes back to the park, that's a good time. But yeah, rope dropping is worth it, especially if you want like the big rides like Flight of Passage or Mine Train. I would say Tron and Guardians, but I think Tron's gonna be a virtual queue, just like Guardians is. But when Guardians is in a virtual queue, like that's something you rope drop at Epcot, as well as right now like Ratatouille and Frozen. They have a long wait because Epcot doesn't have that many like rides and attract. Well, they have attractions. The World Showcase is an attraction, but yeah, rope dropping to me is worth it. I'm also not a morning person. I never have been. I have tried to be a morning person. So to me, I like going like late at night, especially like Magic will close at like 11 sometimes. uh, how to convince your husband to go to Disney World when he's not that into it? Uh, I don't know. Blaine's found my husband Blaine doesn't absolutely love Disney, but he loves me enough to go to Disney with me. I'm just kidding. I know your husband loves you too, Sam. But no, really, Blaine, I have to like twist his arm to go with me sometimes. But Blaine really loves the festivals at Epcot. Like we just went to Flower and Garden. It just started last week. It was great. Um, so I know that he will go with me to festivals. So I'm like, hey, let's go to Epcot, like your favorite park. So he gets a little bit more men and food. You can't go wrong. So I would say like right now, Flower and Garden is going on, Sam, and then Food and Wine will be happening. Both have bomb food. So, if your hubs likes to eat, and then there's drinking around the world, which doesn't suck. And it's not super, super hot yet. So it's getting warm. But I think it's supposed to be a little cooler end of next week, which is awesome. Peppermint Sunshine, what's up? Happy Monday. She says, any information on the water misters? I hear they have them for those waiting in lines. Is this year-round specific rides slash areas that have these? They don't have many. Um, I know they have. I don't know if they're necessarily. I think because of COVID, they had to stop the misters in the lines. They have them in specific like lands when you like walk by things. Like one that comes to mind. See, I try to avoid the misters. So, but I don't think they have any because they have a lot of fans in lines. Like they definitely have fans. I think they should have more fans. Um, in the summertime specifically because like it's hot. Like I will not wait for some rides if they have an outdoor queue in the summertime because it's that hot. I literally told Blaine this last trip to Flower and Garden because it wasn't even like super hot. Like it wasn't like summer dead middle of summer Florida hot, but it's getting back to like mid upper 80s. Like it was 90 on Friday when we went to Flower and Garden. But there was a nice breeze, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, there are certain rides that I will not wait for in the summertime just simply because I do not want to wait in such a hot queue because it's hot. Like, yeah, I think they should. I like misters, but they definitely have misters as you walk around the park more than in the lines anymore. I think specific rides they probably have misters. They should have, they should have more water misters because yeah. Um, But they do sell the little bottles with the little fans and that's another tip. Um, I have this little I should have grabbed it. Man. It's like this little fan and it's a little not an oval because it has I don't know. Um, but it has little Mickey ears and it's a little portable fan and you could charge it. And it just fits in your little backpack. It's probably like the size of my hand, if not a little smaller. I have pretty small hands. So, um, but it's probably the size of a cell phone. It doesn't have a mister on it, but it's my like personal fan, and it was only like $10 on Amazon. Again, I have it linked in my little crazy affiliate thing that I don't have linked on here. I should link it to my YouTube channel, especially if I start talking more about things. But if you find my Instagram at Brittlery, it's the same as my YouTube. I have it linked in my bio. I have all the things I bring to the parks currently linked on there. But yeah, a personal fan or a personal mister. I know it sounds stupid, but like it's hot. California is hot. Florida is hot. I don't think they have enough fans or misters around the parks, just for how hot it gets. Like it's crazy. I did not grow up in a hot climate, so it can be abrasive. And people, I mean, when I worked here, I helped a guest that their son, I think he had, I don't know, diabetes or something. He did not drink enough electrolytes while he was there and literally like passed out, not in front of me, but kind of in front of me. I was the closest cast member at the time. And it was like the scariest thing because this is this little boy and he just passed out and they were from the UK and his parents were just like yelling for help. And I had I went and got security guards, did the measures I needed to do to help them. But yeah, no, the heat is no joke. The heat is absolutely no joke here in the summertime. And sometimes water just doesn't cut it. It's another tip. In my break rooms, when I was PhotoPass, we shared because we were technically under the entertainment bubble at Disney. So we were like with the character performers or the character attendants that helped the character performers. Because we took photos of characters so much, photos, I mean, it's all part of entertainment. So it's kind of, that's why we're under that umbrella. But we actually got free, I think we got the lemon Powerade, which isn't like the best one, but I didn't care. It was free. I was broken. It was free. But I actually mixed the Powerade and water. So I had some electrolytes throughout the day. I didn't think it would affect me that much, but I was outside for like 8+ hours in the sunshine, 40 hours a week. So I can't imagine if you're just like out in the sunshine, having fun on your vacation. Sometimes you don't even think about how dehydrated you are until you're like kind of dying. So I always remind people like bring a water bottle. Again, go ask for cups of water when you order your food or you're walking by a food stand. Totally fine. There's water fountains, water bottle like water stations. I don't know. I would not stress that enough. They have cool cooling towels that you put in the freezer on Amazon. If you live here or not, if you're in your hotel and you have a fridge, just putting them in the fridge is great too. And you can just put them around your neck or like the neck fans that you wear like a necklace. And it's a little fan. I actually legitimately might get one of those for the summertime. But no, they have like personal. I remember I had like a personal mister when I was a kid. I think it was an Animal Kingdom. No, it wasn't. Maybe it was. My mom was like, we were there opening year of Animal Kingdom, which I was like, what? I was like teeny tiny. Oh, I guess my sister sent me photos she found or somebody found. I think this was our Disney World trip. Yeah. Because we were teeny. Like I was tiny. Before DCP, I'd only been here once to Disney World. And I was teeny tiny. But this is, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. My sister, of course, I'm the little one in the front. My sister and Tigger. I love when I find vintage, or people send me the vintage photos of, I say vintage, whatever, of me when I was younger at Disney. when people will also ask, like, "Why should I take my kids when they're so small?" Like, "You didn't remember it." And I was like, "Yeah, but these pictures are, like, so fun to look back at now." Plus, I'm a Disney nerd, so, like, I like it. And then this, I actually, like, remember climbing up the stairs to Ariel's grotto when I was a kid to take this photo because Ariel's my favorite. I am Belle's when I say my favorite is Ariel. So those are my two top princesses. But look at this. Talk about the 90s. Hold on. There it is. There we are. How cool are we? Heck yeah. If you look closely, I have little Velcro like shoes on. Cause I'm like straight up, I think I was like 5 or 6. I don't even know if I was in kindergarten yet. Um, but yeah, I was cool with my girl Ariel. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. But no, I thought that was really cute. I have a bunch of pictures of myself as a little kid, and I like love looking at all the memories when I was a child. But no, I mean, the heat also just like zaps your energy. So like stopping and taking a midday nap is not, you should not feel bad about that. Even if you're an adult, who cares? Like I feel like adults get worn out just as much as kids do. Like after, because it hasn't been super hot here the last couple months because it's winter. Winter here in Florida. But Blaine and I haven't been used to going in the heat. Like I've worn my hair down a few times um, because I just get so sweaty with my hair down usually, so I just put it up. And plus, it's just easier when you're going on roller coasters. It's just gonna get like I have such weird thick hair, and it gets like knotted. So if you have thick hair, um, wear it in a braid. There's so many cute things you could do with your hair up. But yeah, it was really hot. Again, the breeze was great, but it was one of those like we could have stayed longer at Epcot. Like we were in the queue for Guardians, which I didn't say this in the video at all, but I always wake up and get us in the queue for Guardians because it's my favorite ride. Um, we probably had an hour and a half left until we would be. I think the ride went down Friday, which is really sad because we could have hopped on it. Um, but we went around the World Showcase and we were trying all the foods in the video. And I looked at my phone and I was like, "Wow, our boarding group isn't for another like hour and a half." And Blaine was like, "I'm exhausted." And I'm like, I'm exhausted. Like the heat just zapped it out of us. So just be aware that that happens. I mean, if you know heat, you know heat, but like you're walking around, you're doing the things, you got a lot of energy out, and then it's hot. So just be aware of that. Top parks if you only have 2 or 3 days. It depends on what you like. Um, I think Magic is a go-to always because they have so much and it's the classic, it's the fireworks, it's the castle. Um, so I would say Magic for sure. But if you like Star Wars a lot, then Hollywood Studios because Galaxy's Edge is awesome, which now they have Mando and Grogu out and about walking around Hollywood Studios, Galaxy's Edge. I really want to go very soon. I think Grogu's a freaking adorable, but who doesn't? So that was at Disneyland, and they finally brought him and Grogu to Disney World last week for the premiere of the third season of The Mandalorian, which we're watching, and it's great. But so yeah, Hollywood Studios. If you love Star Wars, if you love Toy Story Land's super cute. Galaxy's Edge is amazing. There's so much to do there. They have, Rise of the Resistance, Smuggler's Run, uh, Olga's Cantina. If you can get which reservations for Olga's Cantina, I swear, have like opened up massively because every time I look on the app to make a reservation for something, so honestly, I'm the nerd that just like looks at like the next day's reservations because I'm like, if there's a cool reservation, like I'll snag it and go. But no, they have the blue milk stands, everything, just Star Wars, everything. If you like Star Wars. So Hollywood Studios is great. Also, that's where Tower of Terror is. Phantasmic is there at nighttime, the nighttime show. So if you love that kind of thing, definitely Hollywood Studios. Epcot is great. There's obviously festivals going on all of the time. Right now it's Flower and Garden. So if you like to try food, it's more of an adult park. And I hate saying that, but it kind of is more an adult park. simply because they don't have so many rides. They have plenty of rides, like Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind just opened. Um, like I said, my favorite ride, hands down, at Disney World right now. But the World Showcase is great. You get to walk around, experience all the different countries, all the different foods from the festivals, from the countries themselves. You can have a few drinks, walk around if you're into that. Um, Spaceship Earth is really cool. Epcot's right now under construction, but it's still worth it in my mind to go. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Animal Kingdom is great if you love um animals, obviously. It's in Pandora. They have Pandora there. But it's I would say Animal Kingdom is like a half day park. I'm not gonna lie, and I might get hate for that. But yeah, I don't know. Animal Kingdom is probably my least favorite if I had to choose one. But I just did Flight of Passage for the first time a few weeks ago, and it was pretty fun. What rides overlap from Disneyland in any park? Yeah, a lot. I could tell you what rides don't overlap, and that would save me more time. I think some of the only rides that California has. You love Animal. See, I know people love Animal Kingdom. Like, I don't mean to hate on Animal Kingdom because I like Animal Kingdom too. I like all of the parks. Um, but yeah. Sorry, Kenny D. I do love Animal Kingdom as well. Don't get me wrong. No hate on anybody who loves Animal Kingdom. Seriously. I think all parks are great. But everybody has their preference. I'm a nerd, so I really love Hollywood Studios for the Star Wars stuff, and then Magic just because it's Magic Kingdom. But I had a great time. I have a great time at Animal Kingdom every time I go. But the rides that overlap, the ones that Disneyland has that Disney World doesn't. We don't have Matterhorn here, which is really sad. We don't have Indiana Jones, like the ride. We have a stunt show spectacular that Disneyland doesn't have. What else? We don't have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride anymore. We had it at one point. We don't have it. Because now it's Winnie the Pooh. Let's see what else. What else does Disneyland have that we don't? Everything else we have. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there are some that Disney World has, like Mine Train. Um, Mine Train is specific to us. Tron is specific to us. Basically, everything at Epcot is specific to us. So yeah, there's definitely things that like I grew up going to Disneyland that like you don't get at Disney World. But yeah, there's a lot. But if you love Disneyland, there's a lot of similar rides here in Orlando too. Some rides I think Disneyland has better. Like I do not like Pirates of the Caribbean here. I like it a lot better at Disneyland just because I grew up with the Blue Bayou restaurant being in it. And to me as a little kid, like I ate there with my family and it was such like a core memory for me that when I went to Disney World for the first time, which one's literally your favorite? I'm confused. Sorry, Sam. My chat might be a little behind. No, but Pirates I love at Pirates I love at Disneyland. I mean it's still it's relatively the same. Oh yeah, Small World at Disneyland is oh my gosh, way better. Like the facade here in Florida, I honestly just like laugh at. Again, when you're me, I grew up on the West Coast in Washington State, so I went to California a lot. Yeah, it does not even compare. You're right, Kenny. Like it does not compare. Could do without. I get that. I like Small World, but yeah, I would rather go on Disneyland's Small World than Disney World's. Disney World's, I just go on for the AC, purely for the air conditioning. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm that person. But that was my oh gosh, my grandma's favorite ride. So whenever I go on it, I think of her. She has passed, so R.I.P. Grams. But yeah, so I do go on Small World sometimes, just because I'm like, well, this is grandma's favorite ride. But no, it's yeah. I liked Splash. I like Splash Mountain better here because I liked, well, now that RIP Splash, but I liked how you sat 2x2 in the logs here, which is the counter opposite to Space on each coast. So I like Space Mountain on the West Coast because you sit side by side. I just hate sitting one behind the other because it's so awkward to like get up. Like sometimes I'll wear like a dress or a skirt and you sit with like your legs kind of spread out and like not straddling because you're not straddling, but like it's just really awkward. Like you're in Florida, you're gonna be wearing shorts, even dudes wear shorts. We're just not gonna go there. But I prefer Space Mountain at Disneyland better. Now, I gotta admit, Space Mountain here with the Christmas overlay was amazing. It's yes, yes. Also, the Haunted Mansion overlay at Christmas time at Disneyland is. I wish. Why don't they just do that at both parks? I don't understand. Like, it's not like you're like. I mean, I know you're flipping a ride, but it's something they do at Disneyland every year. So, like, why wouldn't you bring it here too? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Disneyland just gets all the cool stuff. And then we were like, okay, cool. Like they got Mando and Grogu first, and now luckily we have them. But everyone's worried that the Mando and Grogu thing is only like a limited time, which I would be really sad about. But I'm trying to get there. But then I've read people's little articles, and they said no, they're here to stay. So hopefully they're here to stay. But yeah, it is smaller. They need more special things. I agree. And I know it's like the original, and I get it. Like I love both parks for different reasons. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Peppermint Sunshine. If you could spend the day at the parks with any Disney character, who would you choose? Rides, food, etc. Disney. That's a great question. If I could spend the day at the parks with any Disney character, um, probably Anna because I feel like Homegirl and I are just crazy. um, and we would have a lot of fun. I also see myself in Anna. I think a lot of girls do. Um, but she's very adventurous and funny, and quirky. And that's one thing I hear is people are like, Brittany, you're really quirky and weird. I'm like, thanks, I guess. But no, I think she would have a lot of fun. I think we would eat a lot of chocolate, which I would not be mad at. Lots of snacks, which I'm here for 110%. Um, I would actually love to go. I would ride all the roller coasters with Anna, like all the adventurous stuff with Anna, because I feel like she would love to do that too. Probably have to meet Olaf, which would be really fun. Or maybe go around with Olaf. He'd be fun to hang out with too. I'm not gonna lie. No, but yeah, Frozen characters would be really fun to hang out with. They're hilarious. Yeah, but no. I think there are perks to going to both parks. I would say go to both if you could in your lifetime. It's really cool. And then of course Disneyland Paris and everything international is its own beast. But no, I like both parks. I think Disney World definitely, if you've never been, please ask somebody for tips and tricks because it's so different than Disneyland in like so many different ways, including like the size of the park. Like there's so much to do at both parks, but there's so much to do at Disney World. Like so many restaurants, so many things. Like I haven't even gone on every single ride at the park yet. Like I think I'm only missing a few, but like still, like I used to work there and I still haven't gone on everything just because sometimes wait times are like 3 hours and I'm like, I don't really want to wait in 3 hour line. It's hot. But no, Disneyland, I would stay at a hotel across the street and just walk in. And it's very convenient because it's so close together that you can walk from California Adventure to Disneyland to the downtown Disney district. But here in Florida, you have to take transportation, even to get to Magic Kingdom, which is something that I really had to get used to was not being able to just park and walk in to every park. Specifically Magic. Like it was so weird because I'm so used to how small Disneyland's property is. But yeah, you get used to it. Like I said, there's just little quirks about each parks and lands that you go West Coast, East Coast that you go to. Is Genie Plus really worth it or overhyped? I have never used Genie Plus. But I have done extensive research on it and know people who have or I've bought in one lightning lane the entire time it's been a thing. But I'm an AP, so it's a little different because I go literally every week. But I don't know, like Genie Plus and Lightning Lane purchases, I miss the old fast pass system. I really do. Um, Even going back to like the paper fast passes, um, I would love to see something a little less expensive. Um, but I think Genie Plus is worth it if you really are only here for a few days, trying to get things like done in those few days. Cause I mean, it's a lot of money to come down with your family or even by yourself um, to come, whether it's Florida or California. Like it's expensive. I get it. Um, Disney. I love Disney Springs. I go to Disney Springs by itself. It's fantastic. Um, but no, I think depending on what you're gonna want to ride, like because I love Guardians so much, I bought it once. It was $11 for the Lightning Lane though, and I was like, my, $11 to ride a ride. So it is really sad to see it kind of move to that scale. But does it surprise me? No, not really. I hope they make some changes to it. Yeah, I think there's a lot of trial by errors, or yeah, whatever that saying is, trial by error by whatever. So I think they can definitely improve it. Again, I miss the free options because, of course, everybody loves free stuff when you're already spending so much money on Disney Vacation. But yeah, if you really want to get on certain things and don't want to wait in the lines, then yeah, I think it is worth it, for sure. But you can still get on a lot of things and do a lot of things without having Disney. What is it? Genie, yeah, Disney Genie Plus. See, this is how much I don't even use it. Because if you know how to do Disney, again, getting tips from people watching YouTube videos. I try to give out tips when I'm at the parks, and I'll give out a lot more tips here on the live streams. How to like make the most out of your day, like rope dropping, staying late at night, staying to offer the fireworks show. A lot of people go home if you're at Magic Kingdom. That's a really great time to go on rides, especially in the summertime when it's hot out. The sun goes down, it is a little bit cooler. So then you can do, you're not just gonna be suffocating out in the sun all day. But yeah, interesting. But Disney Springs, I love Disney Springs. I would just go to I go to Disney Springs all the time. I love the food, love the shopping, love the entertainment. It is its own little, I think, a little park in itself. Sounds super stupid, but I do really like it. Like downtown Disney at Disneyland, I like love too. To me, they're just extensions of like the Disney parks because they are. I mean, and then Disney Springs has Gideon's Bakehouse, which is amazing. And if you've never waited for Gideon's, like I think the cookies are worth the hype. I go to the original location here in Orlando. That it's like teeny tiny. My husband surprised me and took me there. He's like, you can get Gideon's without waiting in the line. And I was like, what? It's like probably 20 minutes from the parks, the original location, but it's in like a little co-op thing. So it was really weird. But the Springs location is really cool. But no, I love Gideon's cookies. Like we spend a lot of money on Gideon's cookies. I don't know. It's really funny. We like Gideon's cookies, but no, stuff like that is really cool. Like the ganachery has really good stuff. There's just a lot of cool shops at Disney Springs. Like, if you want to go shopping, Disney Springs is where it's at for sure, for sure, for sure. I'm sitting funny. Sorry, I'm like fidgeting. Well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you everybody for coming, hanging out. I'm not done yet, but I still wanted to say thank you and for like chatting with me. I love this. You guys are literally making my day. I love Mondays. Chef R. Oh, I've never been there. My parents went last time they were here. That's one place I have like on my list to go. But I really need to go. I need to take a Disney trip. I need to take a Disney Springs trip. I need to make a video because I haven't gone to Springs and made a video in a while. But yeah, I really need to go. My pass is randomly blocked out next week too. I have the Pixie Pass, so I have like the lowest tier. You have to be a Florida resident to get the pass because they were paused when we got down here. Sadly, hopefully I can upgrade. There's rumors that you can upgrade once you are a AP, which is great. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of I mean, of course, there's so much to do here. We have SeaWorld passes. We have Universal passes. all that jazz, and Disney Springs. But yeah, I should go to Disney Springs when I'm blocked out. Because I don't know what's next week. Would that be like mid winter break for people, and that's why? I know St. Patrick's Day is next week, but I was like, no way would they want the whole week for St. Patrick's Day. Like I've been here during this time, like when I worked here. Is it spring break? But it's weird because I guess some people could be spring break because I'm also blocked out the first 2 weeks of April. Maybe it's just spring break other places. The first 2 weeks of April I'm blocked out, which is usually when spring break is. But maybe spring break is just, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But I'm really sad. I looked at it and I was like, oh no, like this week I'm busy at work, so I gotta make. I mean, I'll go, but I just gotta make plans. And we're trying to go to SeaWorld because they have their Seven Seas festival or food festival right now, and it looks good. It looks real good. So we want to go try that, and I'll make a video too, just because I like food. So does Blaine. So we like going to the festivals. But no, I really need to go to Springs because there's a lot of things that I have not tried at Springs. Yeah. So I'll get there. There's a lot of restaurants to eat at. But yeah, there's so much at Springs. People really do sleep on Springs, don't they? For sure. For sure. What was I going to say about Springs? I was going to say something else. Oh, they have Earl of Sandwich. That's probably why I don't eat at other places because I love Earl of Sandwich. Sounds super stupid, but I love Earl of Sandwich. So I usually eat there, and plus it's cheap. But no, I need to try other restaurants. But yeah, I want to try Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. I want to try Chicken Guy. I haven't tried Chicken Guy yet. I just tried, where did I go with my old roommate, my DCP roommate? We went to Wine Bar George, and George is there. It was really cool. But we wanted more of an adult. I don't know. They're all good. But it was pretty busy, but there was bar seating there, which is the whole downstairs of the restaurant. So we just walked in and sat at the bar and had our food. And I had like the skirt steak or like the skirt steak frites or whatever it was, but it was really good. I really liked it. But yeah, I need to go to Springs more often. You're right. Yeah, I haven't done deluxe burger either. Deluxe burger, good and quick. See, I am sleeping on Springs. Look at me. Kenny, I'm going to go to Springs just for you. For you and your wife. I'm going to go to Springs. I'll shout you out if I can remember. I'm going to write it down because I'm going to shout you out in the video, Kenny. So hopefully you'll watch that. I'm literally going to write it down on my phone to shout Kenny and his wife out. Doing it right now. Got it. If I don't remember, please don't kill me. But yeah, look at my cool case. How cool. I love it. I got it from Get It Creations. She's a little shop. She's really cool. I found her on Instagram. Love her cases. They're so cute. She hand does them and makes them herself. She's great. Little shout out. She didn't ask me to do that. I just really like my case. I think I showed it last video too. It was so good. And then I was like, I don't think I ever told people where I got it. But she has really cute cases. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I usually only do an hour, but I don't know. I feel like we're having fun today. But I get that it gets late, and I know that it's Bachelor Monday for a lot of people. I have Hulu, so I watch it the next day. But I know that's a thing if you're on the East Coast. But yeah, again, I mean, there's stuff that I have. I mean, a lot of restaurants I haven't even eaten at. I finally got to eat out. I finally got to eat at Steakhouse 71 a few months, like December. So good. So good. That's one restaurant, if you can get a reservation for, do it. It is so cool. It's in the Contemporary Resort, which is awesome because then you get a park at the Contemporary. So if you have a reservation to Magic, you have to. Oh, it's not always, but it's another tip I could give you guys is make a dining reservation for a hotel on the monorail loop if you're going to Magic Kingdom that day, because you can park you can park at the resort for your lunch, breakfast, dinner reservation, which means you don't have to park at the TTC, which is great because then you just take the resort monorail to Magic Kingdom instead of having to take the regular one, like the express one all the way around, which sounds like it doesn't save a lot of time, but it really does. Like you don't have to go to the big parking lot. You can park there. Sometimes you can park at the resorts without having one, but I have been turned away in the past because I'm like, I just want to explore the resort. And they've said, no, capacity is pretty big today. Um, so I would say there are a lot of great restaurants on the monorail loop and utilize them. Like you got the Polynesian, you got the contemporary, uh, yeah, Polynesian temporary, Grand Floridian, which has great restaurants. They're kind of pricey. The Grand Floridian Cafe is actually really good. Kona is really good at. I say this, I've never been to Kona, but I've seen so many people's videos and like my roommates loved it. Um, that it's Hawaiian food, so it's probably gonna be fantastic. Um, yeah, and then contemporary Steakhouse 71, fantastic, loved it. The wait and staff is always great everywhere, but like they were so great at Steakhouse 71, and they have a bunch of old vintage pictures on the walls of Disneyland and Disney World and the construction of everything, which is really really cool. It's Steakhouse 71 because Disney opened in 1971, so that's what it's named after. If you didn't know that, fun fact. But no, it's super good. It's higher class, so it's not super expensive. Like you could definitely get like some appetizers and not be expensive, but it can get pretty pricey because it's one of those like sit down meals at Disney. But I think it's worth it. It was so good. The ambiance is amazing. I really really liked it. But sometimes it's hard to get reservations for. So if you see one, snag it if you're here. But no, and then you can park, and then it makes it easier to go to Magic Kingdom because your car, you don't have to fight the normal traffic of getting in and out of the TTC for parking, which is really great, especially if it's hot. Sometimes it's really nice to just park at a hotel, walk around. Like I said, you can do that. Usually you can. Sometimes I know the busier times, the security guard just won't let you in unless you have a reservation at the hotel, whether it's you're staying there or a dining reservation, like I said. So that's something to keep in mind if you have a trip there. But also doing a monorail crawl like is really cool. Just going to a day of like resort hopping is really great. The resorts are so cool and there's so much to see. Especially if you go around a holiday like Easter, they have these like beautiful sculpted I think they're chocolate eggs. I saw them once when I worked here. And then at Christmas time, of course, they have like the gingerbread houses. They had a really cool like castle gingerbread house because of the 50th anniversary, which is really cool. Which this is the last month of the 50th anniversary. The very last day is the 31st of this month. So if you're trying to make it for the anniversary, you have one less than a month left, actually, which is crazy. It's gonna be so weird when the anniversary is over. It's gonna be so different. Hopefully people will stop coming. No, I'm just kidding. Don't stop coming, but come in less. But then it's gonna be summertime, so just kidding. But yeah, so the anniversary is about to end, which is really weird. But it's been going on for quite a while, so it's not surprising. But of course, now we have the Disney 100 for the Disney company, or the Walt Disney Company. Yeah. So they mostly have stuff at Disneyland for that, not here. But we have the merch and stuff, so that's a thing. Which it's cute merch. It's purple. I like purple a lot. But no, good stuff here. Really, really, really good stuff at both West Coast and East Coast Disney. But yeah, I agree. Too many. I was surprised they let the 50th go on. Okay, I was, but I wasn't because of course, like keep the 50th to go as long as you can, get as many people to come and buy the merch and do the stuff. But yeah, I was surprised that they didn't stop the 50th before the 100th came out. Like, and then Epcot has its anniversary too. So I don't know. And I didn't really love the Epcot merch for this anniversary. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes their merch lately has been very cookie cutter, and I'd love to see like Spaceship Earth is really cool. Like, do more cool things with Spaceship Earth for the merch. Ugh, like, come on. Um, but yeah, there's a lot. You're right. There's a lot of anniversaries going on at the same time that I'm like, yeah, I think they've saturated the anniversary market just a little bit too much this time around. Because I went to Disneyland for the 50th and then was at it for its 60th, and it was just, the 50th or just the 60th. There was none of this, competing anniversaries. And they extended those at least, I think, a year and a half. I don't know. I can't remember right now. I was pretty small for the 50th, but 60th I went when I was an adult to Disneyland. But they definitely, of course, extended their like anniversary window. Um, but yeah, so I think it was a year and a half. And this one I think is, gosh, how long has this anniversary been going on? Has it been a year and a half ish? Yeah. October. Yeah, about a year and a half. So I don't know. We'll see how long the 100th. They'll probably go the whole year, of course. But um, yeah, it's very interesting. They do have a lot of anniversaries at the same time. You're right, Kenny. I agree with that. And sometimes it's just too much. It's just too much. The amount of 50th anniversary merchandise I'm seeing in the outlets too is kind of crazy. Like this shirt specifically, it was part of like the Luxe collection, which there's no way I was gonna spend the money to get this originally. I think it was like $300, $200, two. It was expensive, like the Luxe collection. And January, I made a video on it. Um, but I went to the outlets and it was only 20, $30. So yeah, and they're just coming out with new merch like right now for the 50th. So we'll see how the merch plays out. But I think just a lot went wrong with the merchandise for the 50th with the supply chain issues in the beginning. Um, I don't think they always planned it like this because Disneyland's was not like this with the merch, but they had their like last curtain, last chain, I don't know, whatever, like merchandise drop they just did, which I was like, okay, I actually really like the merch, but I'm like, I already bought so much 50th stuff that I'm like, I don't really need any more of it. Like, it's cute. Like, the Loungefly is really cute. But I already have 50th anniversary Loungefly. I have the castle collection. Like, I bought that stuff because I thought it was really pretty, and the gold with the castle was really pretty. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't run it. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just enjoying it or trying to. But no, I do agree that there's a lot of anniversaries going on right now. So I'm excited. I am excited for it for the 50th to end. Um, I miss the clock on the castle. Um, I'm gonna miss some of the castle ornaments though, like the spirals and stuff. That's really pretty. Like the castle's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but I also miss at Christmas time the fantasy lights, the Elsa's like icicle lights that they put on the castle. They haven't been putting on. They didn't put on the castle the last 2 years because of the anniversary, and I don't know. Christmas didn't seem as complete without the lights on the castle because they took away the Osborne lights at Hollywood Studios a while ago now. So yeah, I really like the lights on the castle at Magic Kingdom, and they haven't had them because the 50th. And I'm like, bruh, come on, Disney, bring it back, bring it back. Um, yeah, it's just fun. It's funny. It'll be funny to see Disney World not anniversary-fied, if that makes sense. Sounds really stupid. I'm also really like interested and curious at what they're gonna do with all of the little statues that they brought out for the 50th that the Magic Band Plus works with. I don't know if they're gonna keep those. I think they should because they need to bring more stuff out for the Magic Band Pluses. I mean, I have Magic Band Plus because I just wanted to see what it was like. Yeah. Yeah. I like the bounty hunting in Hollywood Studios a lot. It's really fun. Sometimes it glitches, but it's pretty fun. Um, would I do it if I was on vacation trying to get everything done? Absolutely not. Do I do it because I live here and I'm an AP and come often? Heck yes. Which I think they kind of made that with people who go constantly. Or maybe they just don't want to ride rides that day, which is awesome too. Maybe you're not a fan of rides or you just can't for some reason. Totally fine. But yeah, they definitely need to bring more out for Magic Band Pluses, especially for the price of them. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's I have one and I'd love to get like another design. Like I have the princess one that's pink. Um, they have a Main Street Electrical Parade one that came out. Just a few. They just have, just like regular Magic Bands. They have cute designs on them. Um, and I'd love to get another one, but they're just, I think 30, 39, 30 something, something. Again, I got Blaine and I one when they first came out. And I do use it. Like I use it every time I go to the parks. But it was really weird. I was riding, I think Guardians or some roller coaster, and I had a long sleeve shirt on, and I was a little bit sweaty, but not like really sweaty. And I always have my Magic Band pretty tight on my wrist because I don't want it to fall off. And it like popped off. Luckily, I had a long sleeve shirt and it like caught it in the shirt. And I like realized that my like Magic Band popped off. But I was like, what if I wasn't wearing a long sleeve shirt? Like, why is my Magic Band Plus popping off my wrist? So now I honestly like take it off my wrist and put it in my backpack when I scan into the park because I don't want to lose it. I'm like, that's expensive. So I don't know. I've never had that problem with the regular Magic Bands. I have really baby wrists, like teeny tiny little wrists. So I take off the adult part and have the kid part. Again, and I keep it pretty tight. Like it's not like tight enough to like, oh, it's like gonna pop off tight because it's too tight. When you have things that's just like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll loosen it a bit and see. But I was really concerned, and I was like, oh no. So like I don't really use it once I'm in the park because I've already done the statues and all that, and I have it in my backpack, so if I need it, I could pull it out. But yeah, it was really concerning that it popped off. So just like be aware if you get a little moist from anything, don't have it too tight because it could pop off, but then have it tight enough so it doesn't slide off your problems, Disney problems. Sorry, just yawned. My eyes are watering super hard. Also, Pete, my cool cup. I showed it last week, but I'm in love with it. It's so cute. Amazon also. I think it was like $20. And it's awesome. It keeps me hydrated. It was 88 high today in Florida. It was pretty hot. I took Chewy out a few times. And of course, inside of our house, we have AC. Duh. So I wear like pants and like a sweatshirt. And I walked outside to take Chewy potty. And there's a cat in our backyard recently. So he goes and runs and chases it. And I have to chase him down. And I literally came in the house because I was dying. But it's fine, Oh, all right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night. But I've had a great time chatting with everybody. Again, thank you so much for chatting with me. I'll definitely have more tips and everything in the upcoming live streams. I just really enjoy getting to talk to everybody. Thank you again so much for chatting with me today in the chat. And if you didn't chat, thank you for at least tuning in. I really, really appreciate that. I post a video every single Saturday. So keep a lookout for those ones. And I have my live stream every single Monday night. If I can have time, I want to shoot more videos and put them out more throughout the week. But my work schedule right now, I can only do one edited video a week to start out with. But I love these live streams. I'm having a blast. It's such a dream come true to even be on this platform at all. So I appreciate just the support and the love. And if I can help you guys in any way with any Disney questions, if you're planning a trip or know somebody who's planning a trip, I try to stay up on the news to inform everybody about the news and stuff. Also, if you watch Tim Tracker, they had their baby. They had their second kiddo. So that's super exciting. I saw that. So congrats to Tim, Jen, and Jackson for welcoming the new baby. So if you want to know more, go to their socials. They're like the OG Disney vloggers. I got the privilege to meet them um, last month. They were just super sweet. So yeah, congrats on the new baby, Tim and Jen. You'll probably never see this, which is totally fine. But I think they're an awesome couple, awesome family, awesome vloggers. I've been watching them for a very long time. So just super cool to hopefully be a part of the YouTube family for other people like I was. But again, love making my content, love going to Disney, love hopefully spreading a little bit of joy in your lives. I have a blast. And I hope you enjoy watching the videos and chatting. Again, if there's anything you guys want to know, about Disney, about my time as a cast member, about anything, leave a comment below and I'd love to answer that in the next video. Or go on any video, make a comment, or my Instagram. It's the same handle at Britt Laree. If you don't know how to say it's Britt Laree. My name is Brittany Laree. It's my middle name, so I just shortened it, Britt Laree. But yeah, that's me, Brittany Laree. But thank you so much. I'm just kind of, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. I enjoyed chatting, and I hope everybody has a great week and a great night. So good night. See you next week. Don't forget my video on Saturdays.